what is going on, everybody? It is Master of TDS, and I am joined by my lovely wife,
Writing Raven.
And we're back for another episode of Psycho-Synopsis.
Yes, we are.
The segment where we summarize all the Psycho for you, because... reasons.
Jinx.
Anyways, it was a little bit of a lighter news week.
Yeah, not much really happened.
But we managed to find some things to report on, so we're going to go over a couple things that were already touched on by a bunch of YouTubers before, we might touch on briefly, and then we're going to get into some things that you might have not heard of. So, yeah, let's just jump straight in.
So, to begin with, that whole debacle with OneRing.net.
Now, a lot of YouTubers have already covered this topic quite extensively. A bunch of videos on it. I'm sure you've seen a bunch of them by now. We're going to cover it just because it's kind of ridiculous. Basically, long story short, is the OneRing.net, obviously one of the biggest fan sites for Lord of the Rings. Amazon's coming out with a new Lord of the Rings prequel series that's going to have nudity and all this stuff. We talked about it last episode. It sounds...
stupid.
That's a good... I was going to say horrendous, but that works too. But yeah, so of course these people need this because otherwise they have nothing to talk about, being the OneRing.net, biggest fan sites, whatever. So they posted a thing that said, listen, we've been dealing with homophobic comments for decades, and it's still wrong. Whatever toxic arguments are being said now about Lord of the Rings fandom and adaptations is the same trash that said Ian McKellen was the worst affront to Tolkien's legacy ever. Hashtag pride. Now, I never heard a single person who said anything bad to say about Ian McKellen.
I didn't even know he was gay.
Me neither. And I never had any problem with him.
Me neither. He's an amazing actor.
And of course, some people also felt the same way that we do, including Nerdrotic and Just Some Guys you can see from over here. Both
of whom are major Lord of the Rings fans.
Yeah, and they basically called them out on it and said, hey, I didn't see any of this stuff. And of course, Just Some Guy comes in and says, are you talking about this some chat rooms 20 years ago? Come on, no one thinks Amazon's show will suck because the actors might be gay. People think it will suck because Amazon isn't going to respect the lore.
Which we all know they won't.
And of course, the OneRing.net decided to come back with just this beautiful reply.
Ugh.
Respect the lore is becoming coded language for racist perspectives on a text that never describes color.
OneRing.net, you are idiots.
They know they're idiots because guess what?
What?
They're also cowards. They deleted these.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Data Racer 117. You can follow him on Twitter. Shout out to him. Great guy. Got all these together.
Yes, he did. He's very good at this kind of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, they put this out. And then, of course, they got called out on it, whatever, and they freaked out and deleted it. And then, told Nerdrotic when everybody was going to make a video on it, said, feed the angry nerd machine.
Basically, they did what SJWs always do.
That, and also, it's like, what was the point of this? I get it. These people need something to talk about, because if they don't have anything Lord of the Rings new to talk about, what is there to do?
They could have just done something better and just said, in honor of Pride Month, here's an appreciation post for Ian McKellen.
That would have actually been nice.
That would have been.
Or they could have said something along the lines of, in honor of Pride Month and the fact that the Lord of the Rings Amazon series is coming out, we need to remember that just like Ian McKellen, regardless of his sexual orientation, was accepted wholly, we need to be willing to accept people in this TV series before we make judgments.
That also would have been better. But
that would have been amazing.
But of course they can't do that because that does not create any drama.
Yeah.
And they need drama in order to stay relevant.
Yep. And then they basically, of course, said a bunch of other things as well. And
yeah, nasty things.
And blocked Just Some Guy, but claimed he was lying. And then Just Some Guy's like, here's a video that shows that I'm blocked by you. You guys are morons. And yeah. So good luck with that, OneRing.net. Hope that works well for you. You just lost a bunch of people who were supportive of you.
Yeah.
And I mean, even me, and I don't consider myself so much a Lord of the Rings fan. I do like Lord of the Rings, but I'm not to the point where Nerdrotic or other people are.
Same.
And even I had heard of the OneRing.net before this point. I don't know about you.
I don't think I did.
But I had, and now I have zero respect for them. But then again, most of these people, when they start doing things like this, lose my respect very quickly. So this is not necessarily something I was not prepared for.
Yeah.
All right, on to our next topic here.
Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil.
But you did that last time.
But it's fun. How else am I supposed to introduce Cruella?
Box office numbers.
True.
But yeah, as you can see, I had some fun with this one.
Yeah, you did, and it looks awesome.
I am the top dog. So, of course, we discussed Cruella last time, but we got some more news for you.
There are two things to discuss regarding Cruella this week. One, it absolutely failed.
In the box office, anyways. And, of course, with Disney, you know how they put things on Disney Plus so they can magically make them good even if they're not.
Basically lie about the numbers, which leads to the second thing that's happening with Cruella. It's officially getting a sequel.
Yay! How much do you want to bet it's going to be a sequel where it's literally the events of the 101 Dalmatians or something from the perspective of Cruella?
Yes.
And how it was all, they were the bad guys and she was the best ever?
She's a psychopathic maniac who wants to kill puppies to make coats. Obviously a song was going to be written about her.
No, but her mom got pushed off a cliff by doggos. Don't you feel bad for her now?
No.
Why
that was the
not?
most pathetic Disney death ever.
Yeah, we got to actually see that. I mean, obviously, it was bad. It was really bad. She did like a somersault over the railing.
Ah! Sploosh.
It's like, oh no!
Didn't even jump out of the way. Do these people have no survival instincts?
Oh no! These scary Dalmatians are coming! I think I'll jump over this. Whoa!
Seriously, Disney can't do anything realistically.
It's Disney. What did you expect?
Good point.
They don't need to do things realistically. They just want to make money.
But instead they're losing it. Oh wait, do they not know the difference anymore?
I don't know. I don't know why they do what they do. What I do know at this point is that this isn't going to work. And, yeah, no one wants a sequel to Cruella.
No.
No
one even wanted Cruella.
I'm waiting for Ursula. Wait for it. I guarantee we're going to have the black Ariel Little Mermaid, and then they're going to get someone cast as Ursula, and then we're going to literally have an Ursula movie.
Question is, are they going to have a man cast as Ursula, considering she was based off a drag queen? Wait, did I just give them an idea?
Don't give them ideas, and also don't. They've already done it with the, what's it?
The fairy godmother in the upcoming reboot of Cinderella.
Yeah, in the upcoming reboots of Cinderella, they have the Fab G.
The fairy godparent, which is...
No, the Fab G is because the fairy god... I don't know, whatever.
It's a man in a dress.
Yay!
Ugh. It looks horrible.
Disney magic!
What magic?
Fart magic. That's all they're good at, passing gas and hot air.
Good point. Fueled by the money they burn.
Let's go on to the next topic here.
So this is a rumor that George Lucas may be returning to Star Wars.
But Master, Raven, this has already been a rumor for ages. Yes, we know. But...
we're discussing it anyway.
And you're gonna like it.
Deal with it.
You will like the video. You will leave a comment. You will share the video.
You will subscribe. Did I do it right?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
I don't know.
But yeah, so we're talking about this, and we have, why is Darth Maul and Darth Talon here? Well, basically because, and again, this has been a rumor that's been going around for a while, but it's recently resurfaced. Again, it's a rumor, so please take it with a grain of salt. Please understand that it's not legitimate. We don't have any real,
concrete evidence that this is true.
Yes, but we do know that the sequel trilogy that would have been George Lucas's was going to include, I believe, Darth Maul and his apprentice, Darth Talon. Now, as you can see, she looks really cool.
She does.
I really wish we could have seen her on screen.
Me too. I have seen her in cosplay.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
I know, but the cosplay was amazing.
But yeah, so that could have been a thing, but apparently Disney knows better. Here, have Raylo.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that was what could have been. There are rumors going around that he's back and, Kathleen Kennedy's out and blah, blah, blah. We've heard this song and dance before.
Yes.
It's nothing really new. We haven't really...
There hasn't really been any visual evidence or any actual news on it.
Yeah, exactly. Again, these are all rumors. There's no concrete evidence. No one has come out, big in saying this. We do know that there are some significant sources out there that do say that, they were planning to use Darth Maul and Darth Talon in the sequel trilogy. Didn't happen, of course, because Disney.
And they should have. It would have made it better. Then again, they would have ruined Darth Talon and made her more powerful than her master and made Darth Maul a wimp.
Why do you keep giving them ideas?
They already made Darth Maul a wimp.
Hey, Disney. For talking about ideas, The Adventures of Space Snake. Come on.
Yes, do it!
I think we've made this joke 4 times already.
Do it! What? It was a Star Wars reference!
Yes, it was. Okay, but, yeah. So again, we're just reporting on it because stuff we never reported on it before. I guess it's cool.
There really isn't that much else to talk about regarding this rumor. All we know is that it's a rumor, so we can't say if it's true or not.
I would really like this to happen, but if you're asking me, honestly what I think, it's not going to happen.
Probably not.
No, it's not. Do I think that George Lucas could be more involved in Star Wars projects going forward?
Yes.
Yes, we've seen evidence of that, including photos and whatever, that it's already been the case.
Him holding the puppet of Baby Yoda was absolutely adorable.
And also there's a picture of him laughing with Ahsoka Tano. So,
oh, yeah.
It's definitely a possibility for that. Otherwise, as him having his trilogy, no. Would I like it? Yes. Is it possible? I guess. Is it likely? No.
Let's leave it at that.
All right, let's go on to the next topic. Speaking of Star Wars,
Cara Dune is going to be in the Mandalorian Lego sets.
So this is not a rumor. This is actually leaked on a website that
from Japan.
Yeah, that apparently Gina Carano's character Cara Dune is going to be in a Lego set. Now, it might not necessarily be this Lego set here. I think this is a rendition of it. I'm not sure. But again, that's pretty cool because as we know, because of some screaming weirdos on Twitter, they, of course, fired Gina Carano. And her character, Cara Dune's kind of been in limbo since then.
Yeah, which was a big mistake on Disney's part.
Yeah. But recently we've heard, people are finding more Cara Dune action figures, and they also released the Bear Grylls episode, One Wild Bear Grylls for Gina Carano, which was good. But this is coming out, and they've made it very clear. They had a statement that came out and said, basically, that we're not putting this out because of Gina. We're putting it out because what her character represents. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I heard.
Blah, blah, blah. They don't want to mention Gina or give her any credit when just putting her character in the set technically gives her credit.
Basically, it's a cool thing that's going to happen. I can see this character becoming very sought after. Because Disney doesn't seem to realize that if they just made a bunch more Cara Dune merch, it would sell.
It would.
Instead of the what's it called? The Dios from the last the Rise of Skywalker, the little Dio droid thing that's
I don't
been sitting on shelves.
I don't even know. I never watched the Rise of Skywalker.
I didn't either. I know it's Babu Frick.
Oh boy.
Babu.
Weird alien. Give us Space Snake!
I was about to say the same thing. I want the adventures of Ray Space Snake.
Not Ray Space Snake, just Space Snake.
I'm the bestest ever. I'm going to use the Force with my lisp.
Snakes don't actually have lisps.
Space Snake can have whatever it wants.
Okay, good point. It's a Space Snake.
It's also
a
Lucasfilm story group.
They made a rock a character, so we can't put anything past them in terms of bad ideas.
Yeah, but this character's gonna be very sought after. I can see it being a very sought after Lego set. What that will look like or whatever, well, we don't really know. But it's very interesting. I like that this is a thing. It goes to show you that even if they cancel, well, basically to paraphrase Gina's words, they can't beat us down if we don't let them either.
True.
And just to go to show you that even with them saying they don't want Gina, whatever, they still can't stop the fact that this is something in the Star Wars universe. People like her, it sells, and it will continue to do so. They can't stop it. It's not going to happen. They can try all they want, but it's not going to work.
Get it in your head, Disney. You want to make money. Bring back Cara Dune. And Gina.
No, instead we need a second Cruella.
Ugh. Yeah, because that's going to do well. So, shall we move on?
Yes, reluctantly.
To perhaps the grossest topic of this week. What I'm calling the new Captain Cringe from Marvel. Would you like to explain it?
No.
Okay, then I'll...
Do I have to?
No, I'll explain it.
No, I'll explain it.
No, I can explain it.
So, yeah. So they're releasing a miniseries for 80 years of Captain America where they decided, you know what would be a really good idea? Let's make a bunch of people who got inspired by Captain America to be superheroes. But you know what? They didn't come up with their own original ideas or anything. They all decided, you know what? I want to be Captain America. You get a Captain America, and you get a Captain America. You all get Captain Americas.
Dumb.
And now we've got this one, and I'll be honest, the design's not that bad.
It's better than the other ones so far.
I don't like the mask.
No, that's a little odd, but the rest of the costume is not bad compared to all the others.
Well, yeah, which is cool. Now, why are we talking about this?
Because of her name.
So, of course, her name is Ari
Agbayani, I think it was.
Ari Agbayani, whatever. She is a Filipino Captain America. Notice I made that reference specifically because of what her name means in Filipino.
Genitals. I actually did the research on Google Translate. It actually does. Ari, A-R-I, does mean genitals in Filipino.
And her last name means heroic. So, in other words, say hello to heroic genitals.
Hello, can we laugh?
Our neighbor probably doesn't really like us very much right now.
Too bad.
If he comes over here, I blame you.
Sorry. Had to do it. It was worth it. I regret nothing.
Volume.
Meh.
But yeah, so, better design, but like, is this a joke?
Unfortunately, no.
You literally named your character Heroic Genitals.
Way to go woke.
Like, did nobody, like, research this?
No. Even if they did, they just decided to go with it.
Did nobody just go, maybe we should ask a Filipino what this translates to?
Probably because I couldn't think of anything else.
It took you, like, how long to figure it out?
2 minutes. Maybe, at most, maybe.
You hear that? Marvel, Disney, it took her 2 minutes to figure out that the name sucks.
Yeah.
Literally, because it's genitals.
2 minutes maximum.
But, like, okay. You finally get an outfit that's decent and a character that looks actually pretty nice. I like the character design.
The character design is good, but really? Her name? I know that naming characters is hard, but dudes, come on.
It's okay though. Her full name is Ariel.
That doesn't make it any better.
It doesn't matter. It's like you literally named your character Heroic Genitals. Are you all brain dead?
Yes. Yes,
like,
they are.
Really?
And that's an insult to the brain dead.
Never fear! Captain Heroic Genitals is here!
Dun, 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 dun.
Bringing diversity, inclusion, and bad choices!
Ugh.
The outfit's great. I like the outfit. I'm actually impressed by this outfit design.
Yeah.
It's actually a decent design, and I even like her shield.
Yeah, surprisingly.
But, like, really? Did nobody take like 5 minutes and go, maybe we should research this name to make sure that, the people we're pandering to don't get offended? Literally, all the quote tweets on Twitter are people just laughing and going, they named the character Genitals.
Oh, boy.
And it's like, do you people even try?
No, they don't.
Do you people even try?
They don't. And I know how hard it is to name characters.
But, like, you literally named your character Heroic Genitals.
I know how hard it is to name characters, I know, because I've spent an entire day trying to figure out a name for just one character in one of my stories. But this is horrible.
So, to summarize, great outfit. What the heck were you thinking about the name?
They weren't.
That's the point. But, like, did you not think, maybe we should ask a Filipino person, what this name means before we use it?
I guess
I'm sure it's great.
This is fine.
How about no.
Might as well be.
Wrong franchise.
Yeah, but it might as well be. They're both owned by Disney.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah. I'm like yay, diversity and inclusion, and we get to see the rise of heroic genitals.
Disgusting.
I have nothing else to say. I'm flabbergasted that this is actually what the name is.
Yes, I agree with that. So let's move on. Speaking of diversity.
So next we have
Poison Ivy in Injustice 2, the mobile version.
So why are we talking about this? We never really talk about mobile games, not very much. Well, as you can see, I had some fun here. You see there's the angry Twitter bird coming out of her back, along with the shield that says diversity is awesome.
Yeah, because basically, if you don't know, Injustice, the video game, is a DC fighting game that's both single player and multiplayer, and when they came out with the second one, they also made a version for mobile games. So basically what they did for Pride Month
was they made a mission that you can fight Poison Ivy.
Who happens to be bi.
Because that's the thing now.
She never was to begin with, but okay.
But, of course, that got people on Twitter very angry.
You can't fight someone who's bi during Pride Month! Whee!
You're promoting violence to people from the LGBTQ plus
There are too many
community.
letters. There are too many letters.
Because and stuff. It's not just like it's a video game with a fictional character that doesn't actually exist, so the violence you're perpetrating
is for entertainment.
Now, I can kind of understand where they're coming from here. I mean, if you're going to put a tweet out and say, we've made this special mission for you for Pride Month, you get to beat up this person who's in the part of the LGBTQ community.
It would have made more sense if they had made her a playable character.
Well, yeah, but also, like, I can understand where they're coming from being upset, but it's like, it's a video game. Who cares? You punch and kick the person. Oh, no. Guess what? Guess what?
What?
It's code. It's literally code.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing else. You're going to, oh no, the code identifies as bi.
Nary.
It's not, I was going to say it was not binary code. It's binary code, you can't fight it. You know, this is the ultimate weapon now. Just wait. All we need is the Joker to become bi, and then Batman can't punch him anymore. Because violence against the LGBTQI community is not allowed, so the Joker gets the last laugh. Ha ha ha! Ha!
No.
Or don't you think this is amusing and fun?
No, because that means that there are no stakes. It's not worth anything.
But yeah, I had fun and made it the angry Twitter and the diversity shield.
Yes, I like it.
It's a better shield design than the other Captain America shields that we've seen before. Not provided the last one, but yeah, again, I'm not like super upset about this. I just think it's really stupid that we live in a world now where it's like everybody needs to pander to these kind of people, and then when you do, you lose.
Every time.
It's either it's never enough or you've done something wrong. So here it's, you can't have us fighting a bisexual character, even though she wasn't really bisexual or whatever, during Pride Month. But I guarantee you, if it wasn't Pride Month and they made this mission too, we'd still get backlash for it because
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just more backlash because of Pride Month.
All she can do now, she can only be in a relationship with Harley Quinn and get married. Isn't that what's happening in the comics now?
Unfortunately.
That's actually what's happening in the comics right now. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn are getting married. In
the comics, Poison Ivy can secrete a vapor from her body that bends men to her will. She's a seductress of men. It does that powder. I never heard of it working on women. But then again, they don't care.
Yep, they don't. All right, that's all for this week, which means it's time for the moment you all be waiting for.
The diagnosis of the week!
And we have a diagnosis that's interesting that will need some explanation. And when I explain it, I think you'll understand why we've chosen this one.
Then tell us, love. What is this week's diagnosis?
So this week's diagnosis is Munchausen syndrome.
What is that?
You may have not heard of this because it's a mental disorder that's very rare. It's when a person repeatedly feigns severe illness to obtain hospital treatment. Now, that doesn't sound like anything going on here, but the second thing is it's a mental disorder in which a person seeks attention by inducing or feigning illness in another person, typically a child. Now, you might think, how does this apply? Well, you might have seen Munchausen syndrome in the movie Sixth Sense. It's a good example of that if you want to see it.
I think one that also counts is Melman from Madagascar.
Maybe. But, so why am I choosing Munchausen syndrome here? Basically because, as I said, it's a mental disorder where a person seeks attention by inducing or feigning illness. That's literally what's going on. Marvel is taking and making a character and making their own problem. And with Cruella, they're making the character and making their own problem. And making their own problem. OneRing.net, making their own problem. They're taking what they have and making it look like it's really bad and terrible. Oh, we've had homophobic comments and whatever. They're making their own problem. So I think that Munchausen syndrome works really well for this week. Might be a bit of a stretch, but I think it fits pretty well. What do you think?
I agree.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you agree? Do you not? It's okay to not agree. But yeah, that's all for this week. I do want to thank you guys for last episode. I had to re-upload it for some technical issues, and it passed
100 views.
100 views in almost 3 days, which is insane. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it.
We do.
So yeah, but that's all. Make sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss your weekly therapy session.
Or you'll get charged.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want that.
Follow us both on Twitter at Master of the TDS and at Writing Raven 2. Follow me on Wattpad at Gothic Writer 613. And we'll
see you next week.
Yes, we will. Gothic Therapy, out.